Okay. I think I might have gotten it. I'm gonna have to use these headphones. Let's see if it'll show up. You guys rock for giving me all this help. Let's see. Yay, we have sound. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys, that was seriously like, woo, okay. We got it. We're good. Yay! Okay. Okay, now I'm hearing myself twice. This is so confusing. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take this one off. Hang on. Sorry, I'm like hearing myself two times, like on the program I have to use and on YouTube. Okay, so let's see. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna take these out so I can't hear myself. Okay. Jen, I wish you could hear me. Okay, you guys, so let me know for sure if you can hear me or not, and then I will go ahead and get started. Okay, I think that you guys can hear me, and I'm gonna take these out because I'm hearing myself twice. So it's like super confusing for me, like hearing myself multiple times. Yay, you guys can hear. Okay, perfect. So let's get started finally, like almost 30 minutes later. You guys seriously rock for hanging on with me because that really means a lot to me. That was like 30 minutes of pure struggle. So let's get started. Yay, I'm so glad that you guys are logged on. Okay. So, I'm super excited to be starting this YouTube small group, and I'm planning on doing it for about 6 weeks, is what I'm thinking as of right now. And then maybe we'll stop for a while, and then if it goes really well, I'll start it up again. But my intention for this small group is I just want to have a place, like a community of just uplifting and encouraging women because I just feel like the internet can be a really rough place sometimes. And so I just want to change that. And I think that if we can all come together, and like you guys all said in the comments, we're from all over the world. So I just think that that's so cool that we can all like gather in one spot and just like encourage each other and just do life together, even though we're so far away. So it doesn't feel like we're far away. So please like comment along as if you're like talking back to me because that will totally help me just to know that you guys are like interacting and hearing me and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get started with what I wanted to say as far as for this small group. And if you guys need me to like hold this closer, let me know if that helps the sound or not. So basically, I want this, like I said, to be a community of women. And it doesn't necessarily have to be women. That's kind of what I'm speaking to. But hey, any gender is fine, I suppose. And I just want to welcome every age, every race, every ethnicity, every religion. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. I love Jesus, but I'm not going to be throwing that in your guys' throats. If you do as well, then that's great. And if not, I still want to say that you're in the right place. That's something that my church always says, no matter your religion, no matter what color your skin is, how old, how young you are, you're welcome here. And I want you to know that this is a place where everybody belongs. So I just want to tell you guys that this is not exclusive to anybody, but this is inclusive to everybody. So I want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to feel free to invite your friends if you guys want to get together and like do this together. I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do. So if you guys were all sitting here at my house with me, oh, you guys are making me so happy with your comments. I love it so much. Thank you guys. So if you guys were sitting here at my house with me, I would give you coffee and snacks, and we'd just be like girl chatting and just, talking about life together. But since we're not in my house, obviously, feel free to grab a snack. My thought is this would last around 30 minutes. If that might be too long, maybe we'll shorten it for next week. And if we need more time, if this just gets really good, then I'm happy to stay longer as well. So with that being said, what else did I want to say before I get started into the meat of it? Yeah, so as I said, snacks. Yes, Michelle, I love it. You got to get some snacks. Um, yeah, so my kind of prayer for this is just that even if you're seeing this maybe later on and you're not live, I still want the comment section to just be a very uplifting place. I don't want, any mean comments or anything like that. And if for whatever reason there are any, I'll try my best to delete those. But I just want this to be a place where we feel safe together. We feel like that we're supporting one another. And I just want to say that maybe, if you don't have a small group, like for instance, I'm a part of 2 small groups in my church, but maybe you don't go to church, but you're just looking for that community. I want this to be that for you. And if you guys ever want to talk throughout the week, if you're having a hard time with something or you need prayer for something, I would love nothing more than to be able to pray with you guys and just, talk about life and go through the struggles with you guys. That's totally what I'm all about. And so I just really want to let you guys know if you ever want to email me or direct message me over Instagram. Those are the 2 things that I check quite often. If you're ever needing anything, if you just want to talk during the week, I would seriously love that. I am all about just one-on-one girl time, of course, small group time as well, but I just want to do life with you guys and encourage you, and I want to be your number 1 cheerleader and just have some more friends, because who couldn't use more supportive friends? I just want to I just want it to be just a safe place that we can all come. So the topic, what I feel that the Lord put on my heart for this small group was the word restore. And so for this week, I want to share with you guys a really cool thing that the Lord spoke to me during the women's retreat that I went to. I think it was either last weekend. No, it wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before. I just want to read your comments really quick. Oh, I love that, Laura. Yes, I want you guys to feel so safe here and so loved, because you guys are so loved. And if someone hasn't told you that today, I love you. I love every one of you, and I'm so, so, so excited that you're here. Seriously, I'm beyond excited. So I'm just going to keep going. So for the small group, the idea that I just have in my mind for the next few weeks that I want to touch on different topics with is the word restore. And so anyway, so I went up to this women's retreat last weekend and I was totally blown away. I had 3 expectations, 3 basically prayer requests that I gave God. And I said, this is what I want answered, and this is the parts of my heart that I want you to speak to. And just being who God is, of course, he answered every one of those and did so much more. So I don't want to make that super long story, but basically what happened is we were just in a prayer time, and this amazing woman, her name is Sherry, she came up to me and she said, I feel like the Lord is giving me a word, just release for you, and I don't know what that's about, but I just wanted to tell you. And so I was like, okay, release, it kind of clicked, kind of didn't. If you guys have watched my testimony video, this will maybe make a little bit more sense to you. And if not, that's okay. You can totally watch it after if you want to. But so I said release. Okay. And so I left the prayer meeting and I went down by the lake. So the retreat is in this beautiful campground, and there's this amazing lake. If you guys haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the pictures on my Instagram, you should check it out. Makenna Ashley, because it's just beautiful. Yes, Abby, he's so amazing. Jen, I love you. Oh, yay. Beauty by Bex. Is your name Becca? I want to know so I can call you by name. So anyways, so I went down by the lake, and it was just it was so beautiful, and the water was just so still, and you're up in the mountains, so the air is just so fresh, and there's just complete and total silence other than birds chirping. And I feel in the world that we live in today, unless you live out in the country or something, we don't get that very often. So anyway, so I started praying, and I just was asking God, okay, what do you want me to release and why? I was kind of curious as to why, And I was just praying, by the water for a little bit. And then all of a sudden I heard God say, release your past to me so I can release your future to you. And immediately I just was oh my gosh, that was just so powerful to me, because I'm man, God doesn't want to condemn me or make me feel bad or shameful or regretful about, things that happened in the past, but he just wants me to release it to him and just give it to him so that he can release my future to me. How amazing is that, right? So I just felt this new wave of joy just totally come over me, and I just was almost skipping back to the retreat. And I just feel that's such a lesson. And I just felt like God said that wasn't just for you. Those words weren't just for you. That was for a lot of women that you need to tell. And I ended up speaking about it at the women's retreat for like a brief moment. It was totally scary and totally out of my comfort zone, but God told me to do it, so I did it, and it was great. So, yay, Becca. Okay, perfect. Now I can call you by your first name. Yes. Okay. So anyways, so the words were, release your past to me so I can release your future to you. And I don't know what you've gone through, but for me, that was such just a weight off my shoulders, because I feel like the enemy, one of the best things that he can do is use your past to distract you from your future. Because if he can get your head back over here in the past, and that all that does is make you look back rather than having your eyes on the future and what God wants to give you and to pour out to you. And so I just feel like we as women have to not buy into the lie that you are your past, because nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And one thing that was hard for me too is I just felt like, this is such a lie from the enemy, but I think a lot of women, not just myself, fall into this lie of, oh, well, God can heal their past, or he can, fix their past, but mine's just a little bit too bad. And I don't think that God's actually gonna, get rid of that for me. Well, guess what? He is. And if you look in the Bible, like, it's so funny that we even would fall into that, because if you look in the Bible, God like specializes in using the broken and the hurt and the people who made crazy mistakes, And thank you, Becca. Oh, good. I'm so glad that that's what you needed, Jen and Jordan. So I just want to encourage you guys that, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't know if maybe someone said something to you that you're hanging on to, and that whatever it is, like if you are thinking of something right now, even as I'm speaking, that may be from your past, maybe last week, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. But you know what God says? He wants you to let go of that. He wants you to nail it at his cross. He wants you to surrender that thought to him, because those thoughts are not from him. God is not going to remind you of your past and say, look what you did. Look what you did. Oh, listen to what that person said over you. That's not God. God is pure love, and he just wants to just rain his love out on you. And so when you ever have those thoughts, or maybe even like for me, I'm a very visual person. And so like it seemed like when I would close my eyes, I just would think about, things from my past. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like get out of my head, And so anyways, I just want to encourage you guys that if there's anything that you're holding on to from your past, and maybe there's not, maybe I'm totally not speaking to you right now, but hopefully I will in future weeks. But if maybe someone said something to you that really hurt and you haven't quite, gotten over that and it's still affecting you, or maybe someone mistreated you, maybe even a church wasn't very nice to you, or someone from the church or a Christian, or maybe you did things that you're so shameful of that you can't even look to the future because all you think about is things from the past. Yes, Michelle, I love that. So Michelle said, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Oh, that's so good. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that, Michelle. I love that. God's making a way in the wilderness. And I think, going off of that, sometimes it takes a certain amount of strength and courage and just being able to surrender whatever is bothering you, if it's something you did, something someone else did. But you know what God says is he's going to make a way in the wilderness. And so if you're being allowed to walk through certain things, I truly believe that the things that I've walked through in my life, God allowed me to walk through, even if they were painful and hurtful. Not that God did that to me, but because he allowed me to walk through it so that I could then come out of it victorious, and that I could speak to it in other people and be able to encourage them and uplift them. So if you struggle with anxiety, or you struggle with whatever it is, if he is allowing you to go through it, I truly believe that he will bring you to a place of victory, and not just a little victory, complete and total victory and healing from that. And he'll put people in your path that you can speak to and speak life over, and just, be an encouraging person to whoever comes in your way. Maybe it's one person, maybe it's 10,000 people, who knows? But I just totally believe that everyone in this small group, thanks, Abby. I just totally believe that everyone in this small group is destined for greatness, and maybe not even in this small group. I believe every single person is destined for greatness. But I do think that if you're in this small group, then let's encourage each other. Let's cheer each other on. Let's share our dreams with each other and stand with one another, because God wants you to have tunnel vision, not for your past, but for your future. And so I just want to tell you that if your eyes have been in the past, if you've constantly been thinking about something and it's just messing with your head, God isn't wanting you to do that. He's saying He forgave you already. He forgave you when you did it. He forgave, whatever it is. And maybe you need to forgive somebody. Forgiveness can really just harbor these ugly things in your heart, and you don't want to be someone who is harboring unforgiveness. So, I just think just have tunnel vision. And just, if you don't know what your calling is, if you don't know what your purpose is, God will show you. He is so faithful and He's so good that He will totally, give you direction. And maybe it's a day by day thing. Maybe you just have to trust the Lord every day and say, okay, God, what do you have for me today? Or maybe He's giving you a strategy for 5 years from now, or a week from now, or 3 months from now. And you have to really stay focused on that goal. And God will totally just be so faithful on that. And we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so my word for you guys today was just release your past to the Lord, and He will release your future to you. And how exciting is that, right? I'm glad that helped you, Jordan. I just love your guys' comments so much. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was kind of my word for you guys today. And I just felt like God so clearly spoke it to me that I just wanted to share that with you guys, in case that there was anything from the past that might have been distracting you from your future, because I believe that each and every one of you has a very big future ahead, and a very strong and bold and courageous future ahead. And God's going to use you in the places that He's called you to, and He will equip you and make you able. So, yeah, that's pretty much what. Yes, exactly, Abby. So Abby said, I think that we need to have more compassion for ourselves when we do mess up. And that is so, 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 so true. Thank you for saying that, because I think too, which is totally something I forgot to say, is that we are so hard on ourselves. And it's like, you know what, if I met somebody with my testimony, I would be the first one to say, you know what, God loves you, He values you, He cares for you, and He does. But then when it's it's on me, and I'm like, oh, well, I did that, and I did that, and I did this thing 5 years ago, and it's God forgiven that. And it's like we're so hard on ourselves, and it's like, why? Because I just picture God just being, maybe just like a father, just like sitting on the couch, and He's just saying, just come sit on my lap. Like, I just want to be with you and love on you and just rest with me. He's not, the father who's pointing his finger and yelling in your face and telling you all the things that you did wrong. And so it's like, why do we condemn ourselves so harshly, And, so anyways, yeah, so that is pretty much all that I have to say. So I kind of wanted to open up this time to you guys for any questions, or if you guys just want to say anything that maybe I didn't touch on, or yeah, so if you guys just want to leave any comments, I would love to either answer them. They can be questions about anything. It doesn't have to be about this. But if you guys want to get to know me anymore, or if you want to know the things that I've walked through, I just want to open it up to you guys now. And because this is a small group and I don't want it to be me talking the whole time, I want you guys to, chime in and ask questions, and just, yeah, let's talk to each other. So, Devin, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yes, Kyle did great. What did you say? So society makes it so hard for us to forgive, especially for women. It's important to know the past is the past and we can move on. Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Preach it, Devin. That was amazing. Yeah, past is the past. Like, the past is the past for a reason. It's not, something to be held over our head like, oh, look at me, look at me. No, don't give the past any power over your life, because the past is the past and there's nothing that we can do. And what we can do is, pray for forgiveness if we need to, for ourselves or for somebody else. And then, God has something good. So, yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I don't see any other comments. So let's see what I wanted to leave you guys with. So I just recently I made a new playlist on my YouTube account. And so it's just going to be like my favorite worship song. So I kind of thought it would be cool to just leave you guys with a song that kind of has something to do or maybe speaks to what I spoke to or what I spoke about earlier. So the song that I had for you guys today was Never Going Back, and it's by the United Pursuit, and I believe that I already put it on the playlist. So if you are struggling with something from the past or something someone did or maybe you did, that's a great song because it basically is just saying you're never going back and God's so good. And you can read the lyrics about that if you want to. Sorry, I just want to read Becca's comment. Same people. So, surrounded by the same people your whole life, it kind of makes it hard to talk about the bad stuff that happens. Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah, and I think that especially so on social media, we're so good at I'm glad that you like the playlist, Jen. But on social media, we're so good at highlighting the top moments of our life, and we don't really necessarily talk about, the struggles and the things that we're going through that are really hard. That's another reason I just wanted to do this small group because like social media can be so deceiving, and I think that we've all heard that recently, but it's like, what are we doing about it? So this is kind of my way to let you guys know that we're all in this struggle together and that we can just do it together. I mean, we're better together, right? So yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I left you guys with this song. Okay, so for next week, we won't have the audio issues, hopefully. So we'll do it again Monday at 6 o'clock. I hope that works for you guys. So Monday at 6 o'clock. And if you guys enjoyed it, then I would love for you guys to invite your friends. So invite your friends if you guys want to. Make sure you're subscribed so that you guys don't miss any videos or like the next time that I go live. I'm so glad that you loved it, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. So yeah, invite your friends, subscribe if you want to. And let's see. So next week's topic will probably be another restore topic. I've got a couple things that I'm still praying on, so I don't want to say 100% what it's going to be about. But definitely still within the whole restoring idea. And yeah, like I said earlier, feel free to email me or direct message me throughout the week because this is a small group. This isn't a one-time thing once a week. I want to talk to you guys throughout the week. And like I said, pray with you if you need prayer or just cheer you on. If something great happened, I would love to celebrate with you. So, oh, Becca, song. I don't know if I've heard that song. I will have to check it out. It's All the Poor and Powerless. Oh yeah, I've heard it. I love that song. Um, oh, Jenny, yay. She said, could we do more than 6 weeks? I would love to do more than 6 weeks. My thought for it kind of is I would like to do it for 6 weeks at least, and then if it goes well, maybe 8 weeks, and then maybe take like a few week, maybe a month break just because the holidays will be coming up. But I definitely, if you guys enjoy this and are benefiting from it, then I would love to make this just a part of my YouTube channel, kind of forever. And so if you guys like it, then I probably will end up doing it longer than 6 weeks. So yeah, thank you for saying that, Jen. And let's see, I think that's it. So invite your friends for next week. Let them know if they need encouragement or if they just want to be part of a community. I would love, love, love if you guys invited people, and make sure to subscribe and talk to me throughout the week. I want to be with you guys and develop relationships with you guys more than just, a pretty picture on Instagram. So yes. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Okay, you guys. Well, I think that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for logging on. I seriously appreciate it. And I'm so happy that we got to do this and that the audio is finally working, even though I've had to hold this little thing. So yeah, next week we'll have no technical difficulties, hopefully. And it'll be really good. So please join us if you want to. All right, you guys, I am going to log off. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for all commenting. You guys are making me so happy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.